Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Excel. In this module, I want to show you how you can grab non-adjacent columns using XLOOKUP. But first, I want to show you how a VLOOKUP works and what would go wrong with a VLOOKUP if the code that you're looking up or the item that you're looking up is not in the first column. So on the left-hand side, I've got a standard table. This is the lookup list that I've got here. So I'll drop down there. There's the codes, and I'm going to do a simple VLOOKUP here looking at this table, like so. So in there, it's going to be equals VL. You just have to type that, and then it comes up. You press your tab key, lookup value, clicking on that, comma, lookup table. There's the table, comma, which column do you want? So I'm doing description first, so I want column 2, comma, and then false is what I want, an exact match, but I know you can type 0 for that, so I'm going to type 0, and then I'm ticking that, and it should come up with whatever this code is, washes. So now if I change that, and if I go to right to the top, ABC, comes up with nuts, which is great. Now, what I have to do is repeat that process for each of the other columns. Now, if I name these cells, if I click into that cell and just call that input, press enter on that. If I name this table product, what I don't have to do is use dollar signs. Just press enter on that. So now if I change this to, instead of A3, just highlighting that and click on that again, puts the word input in there. And if I highlight the range and then just highlight the table again, it'll put product in there. So now if I tick that, I can just pull this across, but what I have to do is change the column reference because it's just going to say the same all the way across. I would have to change that to a 3, tick, then change this one to a 4, and so on and so on, and then tick that one, and then this last one to a 5, and then I'm going to have to format that cell as a date, 5. Now that's not great, so another way I could have done it is, because I've used names, instead of having the 2 there, I've actually typed these numbers across the top there, so I could refer to that as a cell reference. Instead of 2, I can click onto that cell which has a 2 in it, and then if I tick that, it still comes up with the right answer, but if I drag that over, that'll be a little bit quicker, get the same information, just need to format that to a date, short date, like so. That needs to be in pounds as well. So that is quite quick to pull it across if you've got like a list there that you can just refer to. Very quick, especially if you've used names. If you don't use names, you're going to have to dollar sign the first cell and dollar sign the actual table itself. So that's VLOOKUP, and that works fine. But the problem with that is that the code or whatever you're looking up has to be in the left-hand column. So on this example, the code is not in the left-hand column, it's in the middle. So if I get there and do a VLOOKUP, it's not going to work. So if I go equals VL, pressing tab, I'm looking at that code, comma, I'm looking at this table, comma. Now straight away, that's now asking me for a column number. So I'm on the, that's description is 1, so I'll put a 1, then do a comma, then a 0. Let's see what happens. It comes up with not applicable. It's not having that because it can't see the codes. So now let's have a look at what XLOOKUP would do. So on this one, if I just highlight that and delete those for now, XLOOKUP equals XL, press tab, click on the code, comma. It asks you for the lookup array. Where are the codes? It's still on the left hand side, which is great, comma, and then it asks you for the return array, which in this example is just the rest of it, like that. And then just need to tick that and it will fill it in. So that's quicker if the code is on the left hand side to use XLOOKUP, better function. But what happens if the code is in the middle on this one? Can the XLOOKUP get it? So if I do equals XL, pressing tab, clicking on the code, doing a comma, highlighting the code which is in the middle of this table, comma. Now it's wanting the return array, so I want all the other 4 columns. So if I highlight those 2 and then hold my control key down and highlight these 2, so that you'd think that would work, and then just tick that, let's see what happens. I got the first 2 but I didn't get the last 2 because this is in the way now. So what you have to do is use this function that I've got on the right there, where it's got the filter function and these numbers. So if there's a 1, you want the column. If there's a 0, you don't. So that's what I'm going to type now. So I'll delete that one. So it's equals XL still, pressing tab, clicking on that. So that's the same, doing a comma, highlighting the code is the same, comma. But this is where we now need to put the filter function. So filter function, open the bracket on the filter function, highlight all the table, do a comma, and then we need to open these sort of brackets and tell it which columns we want. So I want column 1, comma, column 2, comma, but not column 3, 0, comma, 1, comma, 1. Close that squiggly bracket, close the filter bracket. So we've got a closed filter bracket, and then we need to close the XLOOKUP bracket. So that's the formula, which is there. If I tick that, it should drop it all in like so. So you can achieve it if you match the XLOOKUP with the filter function. So that's how you can bring back non-adjacent columns with an XLOOKUP. With a VLOOKUP, you're just changing the numbers at the top here. So it's up to you whether you think VLOOKUP is quicker and better, but there are issues with the VLOOKUP in terms of the code has to be on the left. XLOOKUP, you have to marry it up with the filter function. It's totally up to you. So if I wanted, for example, column 2, column 6, column 8, I could just put those numbers across the top there and just drag it across, and it would only bring those columns in. So that's quite quick. It's probably quicker than doing the XLOOKUP. But straightforward XLOOKUP is quicker if you are just wanting to drop it in like this and it's all the columns you want. It's totally up to you, and it's totally however your data is sitting. So that's all I want to talk about in this little video, how you can get the XLOOKUP to bring back non-adjacent columns very quickly. So hopefully that's of use. Thank you for your time. I'll catch you in the next one.